Cheeseburger.
Andrei Rybinski, who is the promoter slash manager of Alexander Povetkin, has told exclusively to Sky Sports that he's looking forward to working with Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua as they make the final preparations to set their fight in stone. And this is what Rybinski had to say to Sky Sports. "I'm happy that everything is working out. It's been a pleasure going through the negotiations with Eddie, and I cannot wait for us to start the preparations for the fight. We are very close and we plan to finalise the deal very soon. The WBA has actually been very patient, but now they are pushing for us to finalise the mandatory deal. I think Povetkin and Joshua are 2 gold medalists, a very competitive top of the line fight. I think this is the best fight in the heavyweight division today. If the Wilder-Joshua fight is going to happen, it's going to happen. Right now, Povetkin-Joshua, and that's what it's all about. The fans should be happy, they shouldn't be disappointed, because to be honest with you, I think the fans are going to get a much more of a competitive and exciting fight in this one. Wilder-Joshua has been a lot of hype, but this fight is the real deal." Povetkin wanted the fight really bad, and I believe that in this fight, it's a 50-50 fight. It could go either way. The motivation and desire for this fight shows Povetkin's confidence. So that was, half of that was Rybinski. The other half was from Povetkin's other manager in Kornilov. I do apologise. I didn't realise that they cut. But anyway, either way, Team Povetkin said that. So, yeah. It has been a lot of hype for Joshua Wilder, and that's exactly what Wilder wanted. You see, Wilder wanted this hype. Wilder wanted profile. He's been begging Joshua for a long time, mention my name, talk about me in interviews, let's have a face-to-face in the ring. He wanted everything, but yet did nothing to contribute. And this is exactly why Joshua didn't want to give him profile, was because he wasn't serious about the fight. And you know what, he proved that. And you can see my last couple of videos just there, where the last one was the final straw. Anybody who's still on Wilder's side after that one, I will never ever know. Michael Benson, he got his source from the Boxing Voice. Apparently Deontay Wilder said that the 2 points were date and venue. That was one of them. And the other point was, of course, the rematch. In other words, he wanted a rematch anyway, even if he lost. So that's the final straw. Anybody who's a Wilder fan can quite clearly see now that he was ducking. Parker didn't get a rematch, but yet Wilder's getting more money, or was offered more money than what Parker got, but yet he still didn't do it. Anyway, all that aside, that's old news now, right? Of course, we're probably going to have to carry on talking about it, because more and more stuff's going to come out as time goes on. I believe that Eddie Hearn has offered Wilder a bit of a lifeline with the fact of, we will fight you in Wembley in April. So he's still trying to make the fight. Even though for me, Joshua just needs to ignore Wilder totally. Just totally ignore it. Wilder will lose that title very, very soon. I guarantee it. I don't think it's going to be against Brazil. I think he's going to blast through Brazil. But you never know. You never know. You really don't. I think Brazil has a very good chance. I think that he's better than what he showed against Joshua. I do. But for me, I think he's there to be hit. But he's got one hell of a right hand himself, and if he lands on Wilder, it could be over. But even if he gets past him, at some point he's going to have to face the likes of Dillian Whyte and others like that, and he will lose that belt, and then Joshua can go for undisputed that way. Wilder would have to fight at minimum 5 times more just to try and make as much money as what he would have done against Joshua in this one fight. So anyway, so Povetkin and Joshua. Yes, the fans are happy. I'm happy at least. This is another name on Joshua's resume, if he were to beat Povetkin, of course. And for me, I think Povetkin is more dangerous than Wilder. But this is another name on the resume of Anthony Joshua, which pushes him poles apart above Wilder. We already know that they're a whole world apart as far as resumes go. And adding Povetkin on the name, on the list, even though Wilder ducked Povetkin, because Povetkin was within the legal limit, so the fight should have took place, then has now propelled him even more in only 22 fights. So this fight will happen, I believe, is it 23rd of September? I believe this is the penciled in date. I don't know where. I'll imagine probably the Principality Stadium. I don't know. But, or maybe Old Trafford, or wherever it may be. So either way, this is the fight, and Povetkin's team look to finalise these details. So probably expect an announcement either later on today or tomorrow for the finalised things. For me, I imagine that Joshua and Povetkin have already signed to fight now, and they're probably just going to finalise the last few details to make the public announcement. And the reason that I think Joshua and Povetkin have now signed, obviously because the WBA have said that you have to now, or Joshua's going to get stripped. And yeah, so anyway, drop your thoughts below to Team Povetkin's statement there. And what do you think of the fight? What do you think of Joshua versus Povetkin? Drop your thoughts below. Click that thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.